Hi, welcome to day three of the activity base of the wheel of elements and nature well-being. And thank you for our attending, which is understanding like Kyle. Welcome to day three of the activity base and myself. So go ahead and turn it off. Yes. All right, I just adjust the music so that you can hear me a little bit clearer as well. So yeah, day three, you're coming into the day three. So day one, we have Carl doing the journey. So if you haven't watched day one yet, I will encourage you to go back and actually watch day one. It's such a magical journey. And day two, yesterday, and Xenia did a guided meditation with light. And also we have a few chat about the elements. And it is also very juicy content. So if you haven't watched that, it is all in Sacred Heart Valley and pinned on features, and also pop-up Facebook group is the wheel of the element. And also those who watch YouTube, you can continue to watch on YouTube, or also I will put the link underneath the description box so that you can redirect you to the right place. So today, day three, which is my name is Lilian. I'll be hosting day three. Then we're going to talk about lots of things about feminine and also masculine energy, how that's going to be incorporated or embodiment and also incorporate to our daily life. But this morning I was preparing some of the notes. So sometimes, this time around, I do really prepared. And I know that my intention for today, of course, to be very clear and concise. So I make sure that I actually bring up the whole juicy of things to chat about and also to share with you. I have a few things all written. If I'm looking on the right side or left side, you know that I'm like checking if I'm missing anything or not, because I can be very flowy. So yeah. And but thank you for those who come in. Someone coming. Norma is joining us. So first, we will be settled in to feel grounded. And this is a very special, it is not a meditation, but you can view it as a meditation, but it's a guided prayer. I call it as the guided meditation prayer. So what we do is, again, it's just like closing our eyes, and then we can just journey, and we did that and receive the prayer, and also gratitude and appreciation of the elements. And then we bring into the conversations, and I will be guiding a few of the themes that we wanted to share today too. So just be relaxed. It's actually a very relaxed space. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, but I know that I'm anchoring some light here. So yeah. Alrighty, so when you are ready, just close your eyes. And then I'm just going to be prepared that music again, and you would just hear me from here. This is a guided meditation prayer to honor and call upon the elements, the rivers, the forests, mountains, your ancestors, and the cycles of times for insight and wisdom. As we honor the nature around us, we recognize each has a story to tell. Now we begin with the breath. Taking a deep breath in, feeling those lungs. Slow, deep breathe out. And as you are breathing, allow you to use that breath to bring awareness into your being, into this moment, and exhaling in your awareness to this moment. We are just having a check-in with where we are at, what's happening. And as we do this, we bring awareness to this moment, bringing your presence into this moment as well. And with the in-breath, we honor nature. And with the out-breath, we honor creation. Let us begin. We call upon and honor the seasons. Thank you, great cycles of time, for bringing spring and summer, autumn and winter. Honor your cycles, and you bring the timeless truth of birth, death, and rebirth. We ask you to teach us about change, so we may understand our own cycles and inner seasons. May we find harmony within our own nature, and taking a deep, deep breath in and breathing out. We call upon and honor the life-giving forests. Thank you, great givers, for exhaling life-giving air into our lungs. Honor your deep roots into the earth, and your branches reaching for the heavens. We ask you to remind us of our roots as we reach for the skies. May we find balance between the planes of existence, and take another breath in, another exhale. As we continue to call upon and honor the stones, minerals, and rocks, we thank you, great teachers of stability, for holding space throughout time. We honor you for your timeless strength and wisdom. We ask you to teach us about strength, stability, and perseverance. May we find our own stillness and calm in the midst of outer change. And take another deep breath in. Allow the chi, the life force, all the way through you and breathe out, surrendering, letting go. We call upon and honor the great waters that swim through the earth, the streams, the rivers, lakes, and ocean. We thank you, great providers, for nourishing the lands, the fields, and our body. We ask you to teach us about the wisdom of flow, so we may navigate through our lives with softness and grace. May we be guided to the great oceans of our soul's calling. Take another deep breath in and breath out. We call upon the great mountains. We honor you by touching the heavens with your presence, symbolizing the spiritual peaks we may reach. We ask you to teach us how to see life from a higher perspective. May we also reach for our own higher consciousness to embody within us. Take another deep breath in and breathing out and feeling yourself sinking into yourself deeper. We call upon our ancestors, those who have walked the lands with knowingness of its sacredness. Thank you, great representatives, for honoring the wisdom of knowledge of our divine connection to Mother Earth. We ask you to teach us what you have learned across the ages, so we may bring it back to the world. May we follow in your footsteps and learn from your path. And take another deep breath in, feeling that air filling up your lungs. Exhaling, breathing out. We now call in our own mass consciousness. And in this moment, we send out a calling for all the souls to awaken to the sacredness that is all around us. May we continue to awaken to Gaia's beauty. May we continue to see her waters clean her land, revitalizing. May we continue to hold the highest vision for our sacred mother as we reflect these within our own bodies. we stare onto your sacred Gaia as we look upon your beautiful nature. We remember a beautiful nature. We are an extension of you. We honor your ancient presence and all loving consciousness. And from this space, so it is done as it will be. And when you're ready, you can come back anytime. We're slowly coming back. How's everybody feeling? Anyone wanted to share? Just a couple of minutes to share. It's okay. We have plenty of time today.
I feel great. Thank you so much, Lilian.
Thank you.
I love this bird singing in the I really felt myself in the middle of the forest, in the middle of the field, with flowers, with birds, all the insects around me. Very beautiful, very elemental. Thank you so much. And my MD self joined me. I have one. He's from Bhutan and he's over 100. And yes, and he said, I want to join. So yeah, we did it together. Thank you so much.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Xenia. Oh,
Thank you.
So grateful. Yeah.
It was awesome, Lilian. Thank you. That song, when I first heard that song, it was like 3 years ago. Brought back so much remembrance. Just so much at peace. Yeah, I just wanted to just just sleep. Like ready for bed. Like it was so calming and relaxing. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love that.
Back. But I came
It's
back.
okay. You can do the replay later on. You can go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome Norma and Polly. Just in case you have, I'm just wondering whether you have journeyed. And I know that Norma probably have connection issues. She's like in and out. So I'm not sure Polly back yet. So if you back Polly, if you journey with these, you can pop in the chat. It's all good. But we're just gonna be continue. So yeah. And so today I would like to bring into the topic or the discussion or sharing, let's say sharing, about the relationship of the feminine and also the masculine energies that it's always people always ask me those different kind of energy, what should they use and where do they use and how do they embody? And I normally I will share some tip, but today is really open up just to really talk about it, because I've been talking a long time, but I'm also learning my own as well, because it's a lot to learn. It's not like, okay, I'm finished and then fall away. It's a journey. It definitely is a journey. But today I wanted to bring out to I wanted to bring it out to talk about is the flow, and also how the feminine's energy with the flow that is incorporate with the elements, and also not only element but also to honor these feminine energy. So when I'm talking about feminine energy or masculine energy, there's no gender base. It's about the energy. So everybody as a human, we have two energy in our body, which is feminine and masculine. So when I'm sharing these different energy, you can reflect on your own as well. And then because it's just sharing, today is sharing and discuss and also the experiences. So I will be open to the floor, on the floor as well, to we just have a chat. So I'll bring in my own experiences, and then I will be just asking the question and reflect that to you. So that is how today's we're gonna work. So yeah. So I see a lot of people, especially women, because I'm in this woman body in this lifetime. So I will be sharing about my own body, but also that if I know about a little bit about the woman, I mean the masculine or the man, I would just say the man. So there's no confusion. But again, just remember that, because when this topic, a lot of people get confused, because am I masculine and I'm feminine? Do I have feminine? You all have that. Okay. So again, bringing into the discernment, I always do that. Bring into the discernment, because I'm sharing my own experience. And if you want to take it, you take it. If that is not resonate, you can just leave it. But bring into the open-minded and also curiosity in the discussion. So yeah, and ask question as well, or share experience. So I see a lot of women, especially, that is struggling with the cyclical, honoring their own flow of the cyclical of the feminine energy. And I'm not only talking about menstrual here. So menstrual, I know that Xenia have a menstruation workshop that is running concurrently. And the next one is next Monday. So if you're interested, you can reach out to Xenia or go to the, or reach out to me. I will point you out where is this workshop held. So it's not only talking about the menstrual cycle here, but it's general of the cyclical and also the seasonal nature of the feminine energies. And this is related to the difference between the masculine and also feminine energy. Initially, I only wanted to talk about feminine, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to talk about two, because I can't leave the masculine energy outside the door, right? So I'm going to bring two together and talk about it, and not really comparing. It's just like we will know that what to use, like when we have masculine energy, what we're going to use it for. And again, when we have the feminine energy, what are we doing that for? So that we actually really clear. So now I wanted to say really, really clear. Okay, I'm not talking about flowy. I'm still talking about flowy thing, but I'm going to be really clear today. So yeah. But if you have a question, you have that, the raise your hand. You can raise the hand, because sometimes I can speak really fast, and then you don't get to questions. It will just slip away. So yeah. So use that raise your hand thing so I can see it. So yeah. So a lot of us, men or women, will have this the disconnection and dissociation of our body, especially with the women. We always feel really struggling, because in this patriarchal society, we have lots of model, and we are being shared as well, being taught from when we were young. We need to be more productive. We need to be more efficient, and we also need to work really hard. And also that if you don't work hard, you're lazy. So we've been putting on a lot of projection for people. So, and also that you're not allowed to have emotion and the feeling. And those people that who know me, this is not the first time I share this, but will be repeating sharing this because this is the nature of it. And we all recognize that. And I still have that in me as well. Because sometimes when you get too busy, I just want to get it done. But we always have to stop and then to reassess. But now become very conscious of what am I doing, and especially creating the wheel of elements. Like Xenia and I, we are sharing a lot of how our body works. And also Carl's in there as well. We're sharing about how our body, our thought, our mind, our fear. We share about our fear, and then we encourage each other. So all of these, we are all learning and we journeying with our experience. And when we are working with the masculine approach with this energy, we expect the outcome. So this is the masculine energy that I'm tapping in. We expect the outcome to be A. We expect the outcome to be B and C. And sometimes then your expectation is not reached. You get frustrated and you also get disappointed. And then you get anger and all the emotion like fluctuate or bubble up. And with the masculine energy, you just wanted to get on to do and continue to do. And you're not honoring your feeling and you're not honoring the emotion that is coming up. And I spoke to Xenia that when I create this program, I have the 4 weeks because I attend the menstrual cycle workshop. So I was intentionally journey those 4 weeks of the 4 weeks of cycle. And it just, whether it's divine plan or divine timing, but it landed perfectly. So that I know that in the first two, especially the first 2 weeks, when I have now I'm tapping into the cycle first, and then I'll tap into the element. So the first 2 cycle is that when you have your moon cycle, you're inwards. So it is time to receive. So I know that my body's tuning down, going inwards, and you wanted to rest more. But your hours I have so much wanted to create because Xenia is creating, I need to create too. I was like, no, you just have to rest for 2 days. 2 days. Okay, I'm allowing myself to rest because you honor that body, you honor that threading of that to release. Because when you release, you create the space. When you release, something new is going to birth. So you are birthing. See, you are birthing the program. You're birthing the activity. You're birthing the ideas. So I go for a nature walk for those 2 days, and I receive so much downloads and ideas, and I keep sending information to Xenia. I need to anchor to this Telegram. I don't have pen and paper, but I just need to do that. So continue to anchor that because I wanted to also say that with the inwards energy and relax and lean back, yes, it is a feminine energy, but we're also aware that we do have that masculine need to anchor when we receive. If you remember, it's okay, but I can't remember stuff most of the time. It's so much, right, when you receive. So you just creating a container, whatever that you wanted to write, you actually anchor down on the paper so that you feel safe. So that is a little bit of the example. So in this human body as well, when you're feminine, when you want to go deep down into your feminine, you also wanted to create a container so that you know that where you flow. We can be very flowy. And those people who more to the feminine, majority of the female is very masculine. So I met a couple of the friends that are very feminine. They're flowy every day. Nothing gets done. And no action. And they just when they wanted to have action, right, procrastination coming in. and then they just never, or they do the top 3 and then never do and never finish, unfinished. So a lot of unfinished project, incomplete. So when these 2 days of your inwards go inwards, you set your time. Okay, first 2-3 days, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do whatever that you feel wanted to do. Like for me, I'll be doing more journaling, more music, more going out, walking, and receiving. So see how deep do you want to go? If you want to do a deep feminine energy work, there's definitely a lot more to do as well. Your body can be more openness as well to receive. So it is up to you again, because this is your journey and how it's actually building the relationship with your feminine energies. So when we're talking about containers and feeling safe in your body, that is the masculine side of you. So that's why I wanted to bring the masculine energies in to talk about. I don't want to be leaving masculine energies out. So I just wanted to pause here. I know that I talk a lot. I've been talking along, but I just wanted to see that whether you guys wanted to share this, because I'm going to switch another way again. So yeah. So if anyone have any question or anything that I wanted to share, add on, I'm more than happy to receive. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. I don't want to be talking because this is the lounge, right? I'm not only the person still on the lounge. Come on, Xenia. I know that you can share. We've been sharing a lot.
Yes, I can. Yeah, okay. I am a holder of mostly masculine energy. Yeah, because, and let's say last 10 years, I'm learning to be more feminine. And yeah, I used to be very boyish as a child. I was a boy in a girl's body, and actually I was very angry that I was wearing a girl's body. So then I started to learn a little bit more, and maybe like 10 years ago I finally embraced my feminine, but still my masculine is pushing. Yeah. For example, I was like, it is called, if I'm not mistaken, it is called a latchkey child. Like I was always alone, very emancipated, very independent. My parents worked, so I knew how to warm up food, how to go to school, how to come back, how to do everything. So finally, I grew up a person that does everything by herself. So, but it is, yeah, it is right. It is like all the time pushing myself. If I need to do, I do it myself. So, and for a woman, for feminine energy, it's an ability to ask for help, yes, to share, to lay responsibility, to delegate. So, yeah, it is really, for me, it is still a huge work. So even if I feel more flowy, more relaxed, but still for me there is a long way to learn, like even mostly to ask for help, for example, or not to carry something heavy, not because I can't, but because actually I have a masculine beside me. So yeah, it is very beautiful to learn this and all the time to remember, yes, because sometimes you are in a women's body, but you continue like pushing. Yes, and for me, yeah, it is a beautiful journey, for example, to learn to stop myself, like to say, okay, let's breathe in. I know it's heavy, but you do and ask for help, even if you don't need that, even if you can do it alone. And it is a beautiful thing because it is like a dance, Yeah, it dance inside you and dance outside. It is a very beautiful journey. I loved it. Thank you, Lilian, very much.
Thank you. I can resonate that, because what you were talking about, sharing about that, asking for help is actually receiving help. So we're not very good, especially women, and we're always not very good in receiving, because we're nature giving, right? We're always giving. The more giving, and we feel really good. but you feel depleted and you don't know why. So yeah, so I see Carl hand up. Yes.
Yes, I love that, Xenia. Because right now, it's like I've been feeling like as like holding the feminine energy more most of my life. Now it's like more masculine that I'm holding now that my mom moved away for like, well, since October, September, October. I can't remember the month that she moved, but now it's like me. Now I have to do things myself. Like, okay, like it's like I'm actually quite proud of like all that I accomplished already. Um, Feeling stronger every day, more empowered, and even like someone that lives within the apartment building, like they knew my mom, like of my mom, and they're like, "You're doing good," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, like better than I expected." Like it was just nice seeing that like perspective from like someone asking like how I'm doing, you know? Whereas before my old self would be like so emotional when someone would ask me and then I would just like be all in the emotion. Whereas like yeah, today I was like so strong and I'm like actually I'm doing quite well. Like I'm like patting myself on the shoulder like I got this. And so it's like better than what I thought it would be. Because at first I was like, how am I ever going to do this? There was all these emotions and I was like all in my head and everything, right? Um, so yeah, it's like now it's like that balance. It's yeah, feeling more safe in my body, more present. Yeah, it's actually quite enjoyable like feeling the masculine within now, like the safe masculine for me, like creating that new reference from like all the masculine energies that were in my life, just like creating a new reference and reframing. So it's like reframing of how like I wanted the masculine to be in my life, but it's like being that for myself. And then when I'm that for myself, it's reflected back to me as that sacred mirror through other people because it's just like I met this like soul brother like physically in my city and it's like I could totally see myself in him because he's like a teenager and I'm like it's so cool looking like at his eyes and like seeing myself. I'm like wow, this is awesome. So it's just like nice and like he's like awakening too, so he's like he wants to know everything that like with my journey and how I journeyed and how I can support him and we're just helping each other and holding space. It's just so beautiful. But it was like I wouldn't I needed to do all the work and the inner work in order to receive that. So now it's like now the support's coming in and it's just like fully receiving it. So it's so beautiful and I'm excited for like this whole new journey as like being more within the masculine still with the feminine, but like bringing them together in harmony and like unison and working with each other each and every day, like not forgetting either side of the energies. So yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Holly, do you want to share or yeah?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm a bit like Xenia. I have been like I'm a female, obviously, but it's it feels like I'm a man inside because of the past experience that I've gone through. Like I have been a giver, like I'm always giving, 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 and not asking for return. And I have a hard time asking for help as well. And that's my issue. And I'm working on this too. Because I always think that, if I can give away and help others, I can provide for myself, right? So, and that's the energies that I've been carrying almost my whole life. So, but then the more the longer I hold this energy, the more I feel like, okay, there is an imbalance there because, it just don't feel comfortable. It feels there is an imbalance. It's just an energetic thing. And as just recently I've started to kind of welcoming back the feminine side of myself, but it's a hard thing to do because yes, I'm so out of touch that I have to kind of familiarize, is that a word? Yourself with the feminine side of myself. And the way that I do it is to get back into the creativity side of myself. So I used to use a lot of, well, I think I still do, but then I tend to use my left brain a lot more because everything is logical, you know, all that sort of things, you know what I mean? And I tend to not tuning in my heart, but into my brain and my mind. So creativity has kind of softened me a little bit and get me back into the flow of the feminine energy. And I find it kind of changing me, and I've been doing more of the creative work recently, like the drawings, the painting, and I've started like singing a little bit more. I'm trying to get used to the movement because I'm using my hands and my bodies a little bit more. Even just, you know, I close my door behind my door if I do. I don't show anyone else, like my family and all that, but it feels different because it feels like, you know, your heart is softened. You can feel more in tune with your body. You're not always out there. And I think I'm doing quite well, pat myself. And I also noticed that something that I've noticed recently is that I start to, when I buy things like clothes, I don't usually buy clothes, but when I buy clothes, I now have an intention to buy more feminine colored clothing, like pink. I used to hate pink. I don't like pink at all. Like pink, no, not me, not on me. Yeah, Lydia. And these days I'm like, okay, underwear, maybe I would try the pink dress. I don't usually wear dress, but I'll try the pink dress. I'm still not comfortable. The dress is still in my wardrobe. I still haven't even worn it yet. Every time I go out, I'll go pick up the dress and go, should I wear this? Should I wear this? Should I wear this? Should I not wear this? Because it doesn't sit right at the moment still, but I've got it there. So one day I'll wear it and I'll wear it outside. But I tend to buy like even crystals, like pink crystals, like rose quartz. I used to just go with the clear ones, and that's pretty much it. Yay! But like pink quartz is kind of weird to me. Like pink, I don't know about that. But I recently got a pink quartz, and it feels good. It actually feels good holding on to the pink quartz. It feels like there is loving energy. It's soft in my heart. And yeah, and that's what I've been doing, trying to do things differently, welcoming the female energies and kind of, you know, get myself to familiar with the energies, and then just, you know, hopefully I'll get the balance eventually. But yeah, that's kind of my journey at the moment.
So if you guys don't know that Polly and I will stay in the city, so December, Xenia, Polly, we're going shopping. I'm gonna bring you all the pink. I want you to wear it, and then I'll take photo. Okay, you guys, you're gonna take photo and show you pink.
Yeah, try the pink outfits, right?
Oh my god! Now you have a project. That's it. That's the project. So can you see? Like I love how Polly bring into the example. It's so joyful, so funny, so funny. It is the judgment. Nothing wrong with pink, because it's the lenses that we have. We judge. The pink is soft. No, I'm not soft. But when we go little soft color, you feel like that's not me. That's no way, right? You push away. So the energy of pushing away is like you're in control. Like really, first is a control. You control what you want to do, and then you have judgment, and your ego mind is talking very loud, but the feminine really want to come in, but it's not really good. I wanted to try, but you're not trying that. That is not you. It doesn't look like you. It doesn't feel like that. So yeah. So that is, you are trying to break through that.
Yes,
so yeah.
that's
So
what
that
I'm
is
trying to do.
breakthrough, and also to reconnect back. To reconnect. You have that. I seen your long hair, Polly. I seen your feminine side. It's just one day I seen you back 3 years ago. I mean, 3 years when we met again, I was like, oh, become short hair.
Okay.
But hair doesn't really mean anything, right? I mean, for me, long hair doesn't mean that it's more feminine, but it just like it's the energy is changed. So I seen you before. So I was like, yeah. So it's like that's a project anyway. So I give me the project.
I'll take
Yeah.
this challenge.
Yeah. So that is the so we can see that, you know, in also that this in the society, in the bigger perspective, and not only in this container, we also see that in the workplace, in the healing businesses, we do have a lot of people do those judgment as well. Like when you come into the business, right, if your setting is just so girly, it's just so girly. What does that word mean? So girly, right? It's just like girls, so the young girls. So all of these is a projection, and also judgment, like expectation and judgment in behind the mind. I'm not talking just anyone's. I'm not talking about man or woman. Every one of us have that. So a lot of us have actually judged the feminine's energy. So there's a few of the work that we need to do to reconnect that. Just like Xenia said, that I need to reconnect that back, because in this female body, we need to learn, because we have it in there. We just need to awaken that by doing it, breaking it. So we all are doing that. I'm so happy. I don't need to share anymore. Is that? Oh, so for those people who haven't actually known me that much, so Xenia, Carl, and Polly, that have been in my conversation for long, and they also hear me for a really long time. And I said the work, and they already embodied by wording and the frequency. So yeah, but now I wanted to jump into. I'm gonna ask question, okay? Because this is this is building the relationship of our feminine energies through the element. So it's going to be using a lot of our mind and feeling, mind, heart, and feeling. So when the feminine, with this feminine energy, when they mix with the fire sign, with the fire, feel into that. What's that coming? How's that feeling? Seeing, feeling, sensing. Yeah, you can open, or everyone just open, and we're just going to be in flow. So that is going to be really fun. I could see that anyway. So with the feminine energies, so you can see, where's your energy today? Where is my feminine energy in this body? Is it in the heart? Is it in the tummy? Is it in the mind? It doesn't really matter, because it flow. It's energy flow. So when the fire, where is the fire landed today? Where are you meeting the fire? How's that going to feel into this body? I want you all to feel into this body. It's for embodiment. The fire is life force. The fire is the light. It's the burning. Whether this fire is warm or is hot, it's the temperature that you want. It's the flame. Where is this flame reside in your body? Is it in your heart today? Is it in your womb space today? Is it in your root today? And when you feel into that, you can share. We all can share.
I feel so masculine today. Like, probably like the most in a long time. Like, I feel like I woke up today and I'm like, I had that thought, like, I could do it myself. And I'm like, I was just like, yeah, like, it was just like so different energy. Like, I could feel like, it's like the fire's like not in a specific place, but I just feel it like on the right side of me, like all the way through. Like, it's like when you like clothes, like the whole right side of me is like that, like orange. Like, I feel like, yeah, I was kind of I don't want to use detached, but it was like the feminine was trying to come through today, and I'm like, I was like, no to the feminine. I'm like, I want to be like in the masculine today. I'm like, I want to get things done. Like, yesterday I got things done and I was so happy. And then today I got things done and I'm like, okay, this is great. And I'm like, why did I wait so long to like just do simple things today? But whereas like I felt so accomplished. Like, it was like the firecracker was like lit under me. And I think I don't know, I tend to overthink everything. And like with emotion too and all of that. Instead of just like, today I'm just like, no emotion, I'm just gonna do it. And I'm like, okay, I did it. And I'm like, it was so quick. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, and then I was like, why did it take so long to do this simple thing? But it's just like preparing, right? Because like now it's more like winter now. And like the colder weather is happening sooner than we thought. So I'm like, okay, just like taking care of my car. I was like cleaning the inside of the windows, and I'm like, haven't done that for a while. And then just doing like simple things, but I felt good. And with work, like being with like working with the like feminine, like females, it was like, no, I was like dusting. I'm like, I feel like I need to do something, like, because the store was busy and we were rearranging everything. We flipped the whole store around. So I'm like just gonna dust. Like, I feel like I need to just do. So I was just like dusting everything, and I'm like every like nook and cranny, and I'm like every crevice, and I'm like, was so detailed oriented today, and I'm like, I felt accomplished. And then came home and I was like crying a little bit, but then like taking action right away. So it's just, yeah, like proud of myself. But yeah, it's just really feeling the difference. And then I had to wake up early in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, took action, woke up, showed up. And I'm like, okay, now I need to go to bed. And it was like the intuitive flow was like, with the Connect this morning, it was like all with women. And I'm like, okay, this is beautiful. I love it. I'm receiving it. But then I'm like, now I need to go to bed before I go to work. I'm like, I was like turning off the because the energies wanted to flow, and I was accepting it. But then I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed now. I have 2 more hours. I'm like, this is serious. I need my rest. And then I just like said to the energies, I'm like, no, now I need to go to bed. And then I fell asleep, and I'm like, okay, good. Like, I feel refreshed. So it's just like working with the two, and it's like wanting to kind of like see your perspective too, Polly and Xenia, of like, because now it's like me being more in that masculine. I want to be more in that masculine energy, like more consistently. It's like, how do you do it? Like, how, I know you're wanting to be more in the feminine. Like, I don't want to pull you into the masculine. Like, because I know it's like we're mirroring each other. We're mirroring each other. But it's like, in your perspective, like, both of you, like, how is that masculine energy? Like, because, like, I want to dive more into that. But it's just, like, it's so different and new for me. So just, like, kind of seeing your perspectives with keeping that balance. So it's like holding that space for for you too, so that you can stay in that feminine. But it's just, yeah, like just seeing, yeah, just your blah 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 perspective.
But before Xenia and Polly jump in and share, I have something that I wanted to point out when you are sharing, Carly, is when the feminine wanted to come in, I'm speaking on behalf of the female, okay? Female here, very clear female, like Xenia and Polly. When you feel that this feminine energy wanted to come in, you do not say no. Because you are blocking. We don't want to have that block. When you're aware that, okay, today I just don't feel like I wanted to plan anything. I don't want to structure anything. And then straight away your masculine mind, no, you need to plan so that you're productive, so that you're not flowing, you're being lazy, right? I don't want to be. I just want to lie down, watch TV, play with my kids. I want to work the whole day. Listen to that feminine, what she wants, because it reflects outside. If you have the spouse and partners say no to you, how do you feel? Okay, remember that. Feminine energy reflect outside as the real scenarios. When a man said no to the woman said no to the man. How do you feel that? This is important. I want you to bring into that contemplating. When you dance with these energies, right, it can be very confusing, but do what you do at this current moment. But I want you to bring another card to say, no, I don't want you to, I just want to be feminine. You're shutting off that. Just shut up. You're a woman. I'm doing my work. Yeah, you shut up. Go behind. You know? No, next time you will not see me anymore. Thank you very much. So yeah. So remember, you just ask question, even though it's your energy, just ask and listen. Why this energy coming in now? What do you need? Just ask that. What do you need? Because this feminine have something to say. Do not ignore it. Okay? I just want you to be, it's really important when I reflect. You're like, uh-oh. I know. It's just that when the man said that, no. When you said no, okay, you will see me disappear. You will not see me anymore. So yeah. So remember, it's really important. Reflect out. What we do here inside is also reflect. That's why when we have those inner and outer, inner feminine and masculine, it's really important what you're doing. The thing is just listen to your body. Your body have answers in within already. So yeah, while we are really focusing on this energy here, I mean, left and right, masculine and feminine, so that we can tailor your life easier. We can tailor all of your business, your services. We have kids, home, partners, other people, friendship, families. You can't be every day go, and go nonstop. It becomes like your life like one line. So yeah, but the things like one line, sometimes, oh, my life is peaceful like that. I want a one line. But it's not really, because there's no one doing this go every day, always productive every day, because you've been disconnected. You soon will not recognize the energy because you separate yourself so big distant. And you will have that break. You have that fall down one day. And then you remember, oh my gosh, my body has been so long, so far apart. Now I need to connect back. These two energy would be dance like that together. So yeah. So do not say no to anything. I know that we so easy say, quiet, I want to do stuff, you know, but the things that you can tell that the noise is that what do you need? You can come back later on. Because that energy is an invitation for you. It's invitation for you to go deeper with that feeling coming out. It can be emotion. It can be some sort of energy that is really wanting you to know. So yeah, most of the time it's more emotion, because feminine energy is emotion. And remember that feminine energy, when you've been judgment of that energy, people will always say that, oh, feminine energy is chaotic, not controllable, it's so inconvenient, right? Because we're very flow, you don't know when it's happening and all of that. But when you know your body, by reconnect the energy, you understand the work, you're honoring your vessel, you know what you want straight away. So yeah, that's why I'll do this work as feminine energy, because I understand what my body needs. And when you see somebody, right, I'll know that what that person needs. So yeah, I do not say that, okay, this is what you need. But the thing is, I know that I can make your life a little bit easier by reconnecting the energy together. But it's not easy done to ask people to tune in and slow down. That's not me. To Wei Ping, that's not me, right? It's a lot of it's not me. I was there. My clothing in my cupboard had 360-degree change. I used to be only black. My wardrobe only black. You know why? Because wintertime, I cannot see. I just pull out anything, wear, and go. Because I have no time to look at the mirror. You're like, Lilian, how can you not look at the mirror? No, I don't look at the mirror. I know that my dress is airline. Only strap. Airline means that workload, right? Go in behind zip and go. I don't do multiple line. And I don't wear pantyhose. And I was like, so inconvenient. I hate it because I must go out and go home. So I was there. And again, I don't wear any skirt because it's too hard, because what's up there I'm gonna wear? What's down there I'm gonna wear? You know, I have no time. My hair, I used to straighten my hair, like permanent straight. My hair is always straight. Will not go sideways. So I'm like straight, everything straight. Because my time is chock-a-block. So it's very masculine. So go back to Carl's, your question is, how do you become more masculine? I can tell you, system, calendars, time and time, you're very specific with the time. That is the masculine, because you produce. You know that the time 9 to 5, at 9 to 10 o'clock, this is what you do. Sit down and do your writing, no social media. Close it up. And you do. And then not listening to music, you can listen to music. It's up to you how do you do it. But it's very structured. Planning, structured, and do. And you want to see outcome. And then you can rest. But the thing is that when you finish outcome, you know what is next coming along. That is non-stop. So yeah, very achieving. You feel really good. We all women be there, right? I feel so good. Yay, I've done 10 things. I've done 10 things in a day. Yay. I feel so productive. So yeah. So that is like really masculine energy. But I'm not saying that it's not good. We do have those days. We need it because we create programs. We have our businesses. We see clients. You can't be seeing clients, oh, I don't know, my time like 9 to 5, right? No, you set that time, half an hour. But I remember that Xenia and I were talking about like, okay, Xenia, we create this program. Time is really important. Me and you and I meeting 60 minutes is 60 minutes, normal. And then when we jump in, we talk. And that's it. And then off, done. That's called productive. And we know our time and we're on fire. So yeah, that's not drawing, that's not talking. But we check in first. So yeah, and then we just, yeah, this is like very masculine. So yeah. But of course, you need to know that what you need to be done first. You know that. And then you set your time, you achieve. That's masculine. So I'm over to you, Polly and Xenia, for the masculine experience for Kyle sees. Any tips that you can give?
Now, I just want to, what you just said about, the masculine side of, how to work is systematic and everything, right? It actually reminded me how I used to work when I was working 9 to 5 before. And it's funny that I think I combined, now that you are talking about this, I've noticed that the way that I used to work is I combined the masculine and then feminine ways of working. So for example, in my last in my last job, my work has to be really systematic because there are deadlines, like unforgivable deadlines every week, right? But the funny thing is I don't plan anything. My way of work is very systematic, but it's at the same time it's also very intuitive. So I've noticed that the intuitive side is the feminine side, so I kind of combine them together. So now that I think about it, I use my intuitive to kind of pick up the things that I need to do first and second, and so, like, I've got the order, but I use my intuitive to find the way that I want to work. At the same time, I don't really have the structure. Like, I don't sit down and plan, okay, Monday I do this, Tuesday I do that, and whatever time slot I do whatever it is. I just use my intuition. And the funny thing is, because you do the same things over and over again, like every day and every week. And when you look back, my intuitions, the way that I pick up the way that I work, which is really efficient, I always have everything done on time, actually before deadline. When you look back and look at the long term, like for example, like 3 months or a year, every day I use my intuitions to work my way out, right? But then when you look back, the whole thing is very systematic. I use my intuitions to pick up the work and put them into a system so that it becomes a system. Do you get what I mean? Like, so it looks like it's a very systematic thing. It looks like a masculine work, but you can integrate feminine into your work and work together. So when I train people, when someone pick up my work while I'm sick or I'm on holiday, I was on holiday or something, they would ask me, okay, what do you do on which day? I was like, I don't know. I just know. I just know today I do this and it will work. But then there is a system behind my mind, like there is a system there, but it's just hard to tell people when people ask me what exactly to do at what time and what day, because it's very intuitive for me. And when I think about it, I never miss a day. Like people who planned, like the people in my team who planned actually would miss stuff, whereas I never missed anything. And it's very, very efficient for me. And it's funny that Lilian talked about it because it reminded me of that and how you can use your masculine and your feminine to work together in order to produce something really efficient and really good. So yeah, that's just my take on that.
Yeah, I can relate that, Holly. When every Monday, I remember my last job as well. Every Monday we have like leadership team meeting. They say, set your goal for this week, what you want to achieve. I said, I want to do this. And then the managers will tell, the leadership team will say that this is what I'm going to do, all the jargon coming out. And my time, I will get it done my way. And then they were like, okay, and how do you do it? I said, it depends, because I'm doing my boss stuff first, who I reporting to first, and then I do my thing. And then again, just like what Polly said, it's just like it's like very intuitive. We know that what to do. We can just the mind. For me, my mind is like, you're back. So my mind is just like a puzzle. You know what to do first, but eventually you get it done. So I also very intuitive employee in my work, but the system is always there at the back end. So yeah, no dummy, I don't know. I'm going fine. I can't pay your hair. What happened to my hair? Nothing. Okay, over to you now, Xenia.
Yeah, okay. I joined the club of intuition. Yeah. I'm very intuitive as well since childhood. And for me, the word deadline, it was like stress. And all the time I do things at the last moment. For example, I have a project and something to do. Okay, and I was like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow. But okay, I can't say that I always had a kind of a creative job, let's say. I've been working as a teacher all the time. So my job was to give a lesson or to create an educative project. So actually, I really enjoyed it. But when I hear the word deadline, it's like, oh, I can't do it. So yeah, it was always a rejection. I like the word deadline for me is like, oh no, please, no deadline. Yeah. But for example, if to talk about my masculine energy is like, if I do, I do, and I'm very fast decision maker. I can't take decisions long time. If I want this, I want this, and I buy this, for example, or I do this, I take this, and that's it. If I decided this, I will do it straight away. Because if I start thinking like, how do I feel like about it, or maybe if I want it, if I'm not, I start to be frustrated, cancel, clear, delete. Yeah, but yes, but in my case, it's like fast decision making and good timing. For me, timing is important because it's valuable time for me. So yeah, and when I started like to let in mostly feminine, I start to contemplate more. It's like sitting on the bench and doing absolutely nothing, just observing, contemplating. But before, I didn't let myself do it. It was like production. If it is a lesson, it is 45 minutes, and in 45 minutes I do this. And believe me, I completed my plan. Now even my lessons are when I teach, I even more flowy. Not always, but yes, I'm more flowy, because before it was like timing, like 15 minutes we talk about that, 5 minutes I ask this question, 5 minutes my students speak this, and so on. And then like maybe 10 years ago I said, okay, no this anymore, we are going to enjoy the process. But yes, so in my case, and I was always busy, like do I wake up at this time, I do this type of yoga, I go to this park, and I cycle in that place. So yeah, it was like everything planned. And the most important thing was like, if something goes against the plan, angry. I really get angry. But you know what's the most beautiful thing? Man taught me to feel more feminine. My best friends were always men. Now I let in women more. Like I had girlfriends, like women friends, feminine friends, but who really taught me to become a real, like embodied woman are my best male friends, because they always say, you are so beautiful, you are so smooth, you are so motherly. And me, no. I'm not like that. And say, but you're cooking for us, and I'm a kind of a person who really cares. You come to my house, so you get the first meal, the second meal, tea and massage. And they say, you are so smooth, you are so nice, look at yourself. And I'm not feminine at all. So finally I started listening to them. So maybe actually they are telling truth. I will play this. And when I started playing more feminine, I really liked it. And if to talk about clothes, I combine. I sometimes look very boyish. I have masculine clothes, and I can put a hoodie, some big boots, and walk like that. But I always liked dresses. I always like dresses and colorful. But still, you can see me in the street with my son riding a scooter, or like wearing a cap and some boots and playing football. But mostly it's now like it's for fun. And in my mostly masculine, I did masculine sports. I did judo, I did sambo, I was like a professional swimmer when I was a child, because when I saw a girl in her 60s and she was a professional swimmer, I said, no, I don't want the body like this. I am still a girl. So, but again, it was judgment, you know. So, but yeah. So in my case, it's like following the plan, like doing things and be productive. Like if you have made a decision that today you do this, no way it should be done. Yeah, but now I teach myself to let myself, I allow myself to make a mistake, I allow myself to lay down, and I allow myself to do it tomorrow as a feminine. But as a masculine, my masculine, it's like now. You do it now. You make decision fast. Don't think too much. Yeah, it's true. But yes, Lilian, golden words. Like if the masculine came, you don't say, you know, you say you can. It's like sending your reason and mind to go to play because you are speaking from the heart. The same thing you can like say, like what you need, you come back tomorrow. Yeah, like you come back a little bit later. I will meet my masculine needs and I will meet my feminine needs. But for example, right now I'm in this energy, but yes, surely I will pay attention to your needs as well. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for all the share. Norma, do you want to share? Or you? Yeah. If you wanted to share, you can just unmute yourself, okay, Norma? So yes, thank you for all the sharing. And I wanted to bring into the summary of this is not really a summary, but remember that to love yourself deeply as well, regardless whatever energy you carry, because the only way that honoring your body is truly loving yourself and loving these two energies and recognize them and connect them back together. So yeah, so you're feeling the harmonious way in your inner and your outer. So yeah. So I know that we're talking about the fire sign only. We still have more signs to go. So yeah. And I wanted to add that the fire of the feminine is passionate. When you have desire and passionate and inspired and everything just like more is the sparking within you. And now to the earth sign. Now we're talking about the earth element. So with the earth sign of the feminine's energies, for me is really rooted and also feel like grounded and be present, like deep present that you are here and your mind is not elsewhere. And you engage. When you engage, you share. Like a feminine love to share, not love to talk. And then when you're sharing it, you anchor in within. And anchor in within yourself. So yeah. Guys, for me with the earth sign, the feminine. Do you guys have any more to share with the earth sign? Is there any additional of that? Grounded, bring you back down to the earth. Feel really grounded.
Yeah, I can feel that it's pretty much like Mother Earth energy. Like it's all about pulling you back down, anchoring back to the earth energy and nourishing, fertilizing yourself and just holding yourself, you know, kind of like a mother, kind of wrapping your arm around yourself and nourishing and just feel safe, basically.
Yeah, and also in these earth energies, right? The feminines will know that the powers lie in within. When you set the intention, that will bring the dreams come through. The manifester, instant manifester, and in the anchoring way, like in the earthy way. So yeah. And also with the next one I wanted to share is the air sign of the feminine energy. And of course, this is like very familiar, right? With the air signs, like, oh, just with the flow. But remember that why is the air element mean to the feminine is she is the messenger, divine messenger, and she can be a seeker, and she can be a creator. Harmony, like harmonies of flowy or feminine type, whatever that creator means to you. And she's a visionary. She visions, she dreams. She brings people together. She brings love and light together, like a bridge flow through the bridge. That's what I see them. And also air is like a wind, the breeze of the wind. So yeah, the direction is always very different. Whatever she feels, she feels right, she always will trust. She will follow the wind and go. And also from there, she also feel more expansion in this way. She move, she expand, and she learn. She's not going to be like in the box. She's always like flowing out, expand. So that's how she actually move. So just think about how we use these feminine energies in the air element to achieve what we wanted to achieve too. Is like the trust and the faith that we're talking about. And we're going to next is the water sign. So the feminine in the water sign. And whenever we talk about the water signs, it can be the rain, it can be the water, it can be the ocean. And a lot of people would think about, oh, it's like crying babies, like non-stop, emotional. But think about, they are the nurturer. They nurture using the water, right? They nurture us. They are also the healers by using the water as a healer, because we always think about, just think about what's the water. Water can be healing, can be is nurture you calm yourself down, feeling the peace. The water can become an anchor as well. So when you are like emotional pain, you need the healing, you are sitting in the water. So the healing will reside in the water. And the depths of the water is, you just can't see it. You have to feel it. You have to be one to feel the depths of the water, the depths of her, the depths of the feminine energy. So yeah. Anyone wanted to share more about that? The water sign of the feminine energy.
It feels to me like it's also about flexibility. Just like water in different kind of containers, in different kind of bodies, like you can't be that where you are. So you can be yourself, but you can also blend in and be flexible. And just adaptation as well for me.
Yes, it's adapts. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the depth of the water, and then just like it's the love, the depth of the love as well, because the water, frequency, right? Holding the frequency of it. So whatever that you put in the water, whether it's good frequency or the bad frequency, but we're always going to be a good intention. So yeah.
It's neutral too, right? Because say think about earth, the water in earth, and we wash everything with water. So it's adaptable. It can go with anything basically.
Yes, definitely. Like water is like, it can be rain as well. When you're thinking about rain, what do you feel? Like purity, purifications, like wash through, right? When you rain, all will refresh. Everything, air will be refreshed. You want phone? I don't have the phone, you got it. Yes, so again, it symbolizes like rebirth of the plant, right? When you're in the nature of the rain, you can smell of the rain. Oh, excuse me. Someone burped. So, yeah. So that is that. So without water, think about it. Without the water, it's impossible. There's no life on earth. So water. So do not judge feminine energies in the water. She is very important, because without the ocean, without the water, she has no motion, no emotion. No emotion, there's no in motion, which is no movement. So yeah. So I think the last part I wanted to touch is the feminine in the spiritual. So what is really means feminine's energy in the spiritual way, or the ether. So for me, just like it's the soul. It's the soul. It's our soul. It's the mission. It's the services. How we serve the world. How we serve other people by using what you learn. A lot of people now is calling to serve, like light workers, serve the world. We need you, right? We do have a lot of times that, which is what we are doing. It is like we want to learn something, we collaborate, we co-create, and then you go out there, you need to present yourself, you need to speak up, show up. So all of these showing up, doing, creating is all about element. We need all the element will, the will of the element. So for me, the spirit is staying in the middle. If you visualize staying in the middle, and then all the will is that element. So we're all using feminine energy, using that will of elements to really make things happen. We have the fire, we have the water, and then we have the fire for the passion and desire to create, to seed, and we have the air so that we receive the air, and then with the earth we anchor it.
Like go to the sound.
And then with the with the water is contained in the water, and feeling safe, create safe space, and feeling all the love that what you create, and bring into the feeling into what you create, because whatever you're feeling when you create, other people will receive that feeling too. It's the frequency that when we create. Have you ever looked at someone's work and you said that, I don't really know what you're doing, but I just wanted to be with you at your space. There's like a soul. They recognize soul and soul together. They know, they recognize that frequency. So from this space, I am complete though. Anyone else I wanted to share before we close? And I hope that this we go for a bit longer, but I think that because it's so deep, I said that I wanted to be really clear in what I produce. Normally it's not this clear, but the things, normally always clear, but this is clearer. And then we join into the conversation as well. And my conversation, whether it's inside the workshop, outside the workshop, is always very flowy, but in a safe container. So yeah. So I hope that you have something from me today. You'll have something from me. So yeah.
Thank you, Lilian. It was very beautiful. I feel so complete. Yeah, yeah, very beautiful. I feel very much complete and inside, exactly inside, like in this ether space, for me, ether is like the void, your womb space. And actually, you brought me to my void again. You started from the void and you brought me back. So yeah, thank you very much.
So someone next.
On go to the void, I wanted to also emphasize that when you go to the void, we reset. The voice is always beautiful. So yeah, always reflect and reset and rise up from there as well. And always honor yourself or what your journey is, whether it's the up and down, it is part of your journey still. Because we are here to learn and embodiment as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for connecting today. And I will be seeing you on the 22nd of November. So we're going to have a pre-event just for that 22nd and 23rd. So that's 3, it depends where you are. So watch out for the, just go to, watch out, go to the event tab and you will know that your time zone will reflect on the event tab on the Facebook group. That is the pop-up Facebook group that you are now in. So the Wheel of Element Facebook group. So if no other comment or sharing, I will close the circle now. And thank you for so much for your time. And I appreciate you and I love you. Bye for now.